2016. When the diabetes started, I was only drying up. They took me to the hospital, and when I consulted me, they think that it was fever, when it was not a fever. When they brought me back to the house, I was always sick, and then the next 2 days, I collapsed. They took me to the hospital. I was unconscious for 3 days, and then the next day, when I get up, they told me that I have diabetes, that I will not be eating salt. I was just say, ha. And then when they took me to Bamenda, and then they went and do the test, and then they add me to the diabetic unit.
Are you going to school? Okay, you're not going to school. Are you the first like getting
Mechanic.
So as I went to the hospital, the doctor checked him and gave him some few tablets. We went back home. So as we came back home, the next day, he was even unable to take the tablets. So after 2 days, the third day, he was just vomiting. Around 10 to 11 like that, he went on coma. So I took him in the night to the hospital. So the whole night, even the nurses could not even pass by him, because when they came like that, they saw that they told me that he is dead. So they were just giving him normal saline. I thank God that they did not give him glucose. Around 6 o'clock, they called the big doctor. That one case came in the night that was, they don't even know how the patient is. So the doctor came right at that time. The doctor tested him, the doctor checked him and said whether it's meningitis. The doctor said it is not meningitis. He stood by him, then he said, "You should go and bring the machine." The other nurses were saying that, how can this little child have diabetes? Then they went and took the machine and brought it. They tested it, it was 560 at that moment. So they started the treatment. He was 3 days unconscious before he came back.
At first, I get up in the morning, I was feeling a type. Then when I pee, it was yellow. People said it's a yellow fever. So I was at home alone. What I could do is that I was not feeling fine, so I have to buy filaria. I bought like 3 containers of filaria. I was drinking and I was feeling bad. My mother came back in the evening and said, no, I have to go to the hospital. I was rushed to the hospital. The doctor did not even discover that it was diabetes. So I was there. My mother in the night, she was giving me dole, milk, stuff like that. Then one nurse said, this boy like this, they should do me a diabetic test. And from there, they have to do the test, and I was diabetic. From there, I just accept my condition and who I am. So right now, I just feel free.
I'm a caretaker for Tatan Rene. I realized being a caretaker is not about controlling diabetes. It's about making him feel self-confident, hoping for better tomorrow.
The time that they saw that I'm having diabetes, when we was living in our village, and then my father took me to General Hospital, and then when they discharged us, they said that we should come to General Hospital. We came there. We make about 2 weeks there before they discharged us. They refused that I should not be eating sweet things, that I should not be eating even rice. I was eating but only plantain.
But now you're eating rice.
Yes. Now like
you eat everything.
now
You have to eat everything. So are you going to school?
yes.
Yeah, in class. How many or four?
Now I'm going to Form 1.
So you passed. You are waiting for your result in first school. Let's say congratulations in advance.
He was diagnosed actually in June 2021. He fell sick. I took him to the hospital. For the first time, after all the laboratory tests, they said he had malaria. We went home. The boy was only the situation persisted. There was no sign of relief. He would pee, Pa, I want to pee, Pa, I want to drink water, I want to pee, this way, just his words. So we rushed him back to the hospital again. They did another test. They said he still has malaria. They wrote drips, glucose, about 7, 8 of them, and they were pouring on him. The situation was becoming worse. I left him with the mother who slept with him that day On coming back, I saw the situation was very, very serious. I met the doctor and even told the doctor that the way this boy rushed to the bathroom to pee was really too much. The doctor told me that no, the drip they have given to him are those that are flushing the system, so I should not bother. That night, I slept with him, with the mother and other family members, because the situation was so serious. When I look at the situation, because every minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, I want to pee. Ma, give me water, I want to drink. I suggested to the nurse that was on duty that please, I'm suspecting diabetes, that can you run that test? That nurse told me that why should you be thinking of that ill to your own child? She refused. Thank God that the other nurse who came now, I still complained to her. So she went and told the doctor. Very early in the morning, the doctor came. Another doctor, not the one that I had told the first time. So when that doctor came now, I told the doctor that this is what I'm really thinking. She called a lab technician who came down to the ward and then came with the test machine. He did it, it was above 560. So the doctor immediately asked me to rush and get Mixstat. I rushed, went and bought, and then we gave to him. At that time, he was already unconscious at that time. When they gave, by evening, the boy could open his eyes, the boy can really get up.
I was diagnosed when I was 5 years old. It happened in the midnight when I was sleeping. So when I wake up, I felt weak. So I went to my mom, then told her. So I started vomiting. She took me to a nearby hospital. So they gave me a drip, glucose. Then I fainted before they took me to Regina Hospital. Then they gave me 3 cubes of sugar. Then I licked. Then they checked my sugar. They saw that it was high. Before they knew that I was a diabetic. Then I fainted again. Then I woke up. Then I started talking something that was off of my head. I was telling my mother that she's not my mom.
I was diagnosed in 2024 when I was about to write GCA, ordinary level. Actually, I went to the hospital like we were about to start on Tuesday. On Monday, I was fever. So when I went to the hospital, they said it was malaria. They gave me glucose, I think about 3 packs. So I went back to school because we slept in school. It was not going. I went to school. I called my mother. I told her that it's not going. Came again. We went to the hospital. They still gave me that very glucose. I went to school again the next day when I was writing. I don't even know when I was writing. So I woke up in the hospital. When I asked what happened, they said I passed out in school. From there, when I go to the hospital, I'm writing. I want to wake up. I wake up in the hospital. I think I wrote just for 2 days, finish the papers. But the rest of the days when I write, I wake up in the hospital. That way, pass out. While going to the hospital, I told her that I was weekly buying me reactor. She bought me reactor, I drank it, we went to the hospital, they did all the tests, everything came out negative. Suddenly the doctor said, let's just try the diabetic, let them do the diabetic test. When I do it, it was over 600, the machine did not even read. As they found out that I had diabetes, so I'm fond of my phone, I always play on my phone. So they always give me money that no, let me even put data, activate data to watch movie. When they give me that when I sleep, you see, I'll go and buy my Planet in the night. Buy my Planet, I'll drink. When I want to wake up and check, it says over 400, over 500 something. I know. When they ask me how many, I'll just say it's high. I'll not talk. But now, since I started taking the meditations, I'm feeling much better. I know how to control myself now. So even sometimes when I even buy juice, I'm even angry. I'll tell you, when I drink it so smart, I can't say man just sick with it and I spend money.
Even right now, as we came here, all these 2 days we have not slept. They say, Mark, don't drink juice. He would drink juice. When we slept, he would get up and buy juice, come and drink. So he was not even controlling it. So now, all the juice, the Maggi, because if Mark cook rice for here, he will put a 10 Maggi. When I cook food, Mark will not like to eat. There's no Maggi, there's no salt. But by the time that he was feeling his body, he avoided all those things. So I'm very happy.
The life before even the diagnosis was good because myself, I'm a diabetic. I've been living with it for 30 years. So, type 1.
Okay.
Yes. So, she will always eat what I eat. Everybody in the house eat from one pot. So, when we got the diagnosis, she just continued with the normal life that we have been living before then.
A father of 2. I was diagnosed in 2021. By then, it was my first year in the university. So after that, I had to drop out in order to pay attention to my health. So from there, it has not been easy, but we thank God. With the help of such group, it made it easy. And I can say they made it felt comfortable for us to live with it. Because I think if it was just on our own, I'm not really sure we will cope. But right now, with everything that has been going on, it boasts our strength. We meet with new people almost every day, and we don't feel lacking in any way, because when we mix and we interact, we understand that it's just what we need to accept and live with it.
I am a caregiver to my sister Hawa Amira. I help her by telling her when to take her medicine or what she's eating is healthy.
I was diagnosed at the age of 13 at the regional hospital in 2017. The person who discovered my condition was my grandmother, and it happened in such a way that I took a series of months urinating at night and sweating and adding weight while I was not actually eating or anything, and I also felt weak. So one fateful morning, she asked me to not eat anything, and she measured my blood sugar, and it was very high in the morning. And she assigned my aunt, who is also a diabetic, a type 1 diabetic, to take me to the hospital. Actually, I went through some depression knowing that I was diabetic, but they were my strength and anchor.
So when she was ill, we don't really know what is actually the problem. So on that December, when we come in the hospital, they diagnosed her. And before it happens like that, it was boring because they said that the typhoid, malaria, did this and that, and I spent unnecessary. With this unit, or this group, rather, it has made me to feel excited that it's not even witchcraft and she's not the only person. And I am now satisfied and happy with her condition and be boast on how to handle it.
I was diagnosed a diabetic 2015. That's when I was in Form 5. I was about to write the GCE. I was in the boarding school, and it was a whole lot of challenge to me because by then I knew nothing about diabetes. So I just discovered myself. Every night I used to eat myself like back to back. I'm only going to the toilet. I cannot sleep, feeling thirsty all the time. I feel like drinking water. When I go to the infirmary, in school they knew nothing about diabetes. They would give me drugs for other things, and it was like my world was ending. It became a time during the holidays. I went home. My parents took me to the hospital, a local hospital. While I was there, they kept giving me drips. After some times, they said I have to be eating just plantains. I had to eat plantains for 1 week, one straight week. Before, I was doing research as well. There is someone directed me to Dr. Nkwenti. When I got to Dr. Nkwenti, that is where I was given a clue of how I should be managing myself.
As a carer, I can say I am brave and capable of my everyday. And to all diabetic, I extend my love and support to you people.
When I got to the hospital, I would say the difficulties I'm having today was partly because of the challenges I had with the hospital. Because when I went there, they did a creatine test, something like that. The test was very high. I remember the doctor called about more than 5 of his friends, saying that he had seen a young man with a very high value. They were debating. I did that test for continuously 1 week. So he just told me that I had diabetes, but he could not place me on treatment because I was very young. So I stayed like that right up to 2021, 2022. I was not sick, I was very fine, but I became very pale and white. So as I went back to the hospital, I explained that I was diabetic, but I was not on drugs. They placed me on metformin and gliben. Now, but when I was taking this, my sugar level was always 400 and above, at times even 500. When I go back to the hospital, they will increase the amount of metformin, they increase the amount of gliben. But to be sincere, it usually just drops between either 20 or 30. It is always still 400 and something. So it became so worse that what? I was temporarily blind for about 3 days. I went to the hospital, they checked my eyesight, everything was fine. So when I told them that I was diabetic, they told me that there should be a problem. So that is when I went now to they recommended that I should go to the regional hospital. When I went there, they did the diagnosis. To be very sincere, I was very scared. I was almost crying when I left the doctor's office. When I came, met Madam Emma, as we started discussing, luckily I met with Mr. Quincy seated over there. He was telling me, no, everything is going to be fine. I became so calm and relaxed. And when I started the treatment, I've taken I'm on insulin now for about 2 weeks. I have regained my weight. I'm very, very fine. And I used to have sleep difficulties. Now I sleep even at times during the day. I can sleep. And sincerely, I've been able to carry on my job so effectively.
So I'm the carer of Dailan. She's my cousin living in Bafia with my uncle. It happens that in December, she was sick and was taken to the hospital. But the story that they were giving us in the hospital there in Bafia was that the stomach was swollen, and they was giving kinds of stories that we could not even understand. So I asked my uncle to send her over to me here in Bamenda, which she came around the 24th of December 2025. On the 25th, we were in the house trying to, Christmas Day and all of that, but it was not going. So on the 26th of December, she was rushed to Imbingo Hospital. While she was there for some days, they discovered that she was having diabetes, and we were transferred to General Hospital, where we met my brother here and the sister. That was the same day that they were both admitted in the same ward and in the same bed. They were 17, we were 18, the same day.
I was in Bambly by then. So when I got to the university, after like a month, I was constantly urinating, I was sweating at night. Then I noticed I was overeating sweet things. So I had to go back to town. When I went back to town, they directed me to the family doctor just at the quarter. I went and they did the test. When I went to the hospital, the first thing they did was a test, because before I went to the hospital, I had already Google searched the symptoms and I already concluded that I might be having diabetes before I even went to the hospital. So when I got to the hospital, they wanted to do other tests. I just proposed that the sugar test. They did the test. My sugar level was around 250. So they directed me to Dr. Quenti. When I got to Dr. Quenti, he directed me to Mom there. And Mom was very nice to me. He guided me, encouraged me, and then they gave my medication. I went back home.